Hello lovely friends, here's a sneak peek. Oh my god, I'm too excited about this piece. First of all, thank you so much to my lovely members, Linda and Jill, and my lovely subscribers. You mean the world. So today I've got an announcement to make. I've got a new website, an easier way to sell paintings and to reach people about my workshops locally and online. And I didn't know if any of you knew, but I'm a mindset coach as well. So today I'm really excited about my Frosty Snow Queen. I've been wanting to create her for ages. And I thought I'd better get in there before the end of the winter. And I know it's snowing still in so many areas. So if you've had snow, if you've had too much of it, or if you're looking forward to it, this is the right video for you. Have you ever tried to create a Snow Queen and you don't have any idea where to begin? That's what happened with me. So what I'm going to show you first of all is a really quick way of how I blended. I'll be showing that in more detail in upcoming videos, but for the purposes of today I did a quick outline in pencil of my Snow Queen. I had loads and loads of time where I was not sure where to put her. I wasn't sure if I was going to have her looking up or looking down, and in the end I almost had this sort of angelic feeling about her. And I put some gold on the top, you probably saw that, and blended that a bit. And I wanted to, as you go along you sort of just don't realise what you're going to do until you're doing it. And I had an idea of gold and her head and that sort of radiating, almost a guardian angel sort of feeling. Because I don't know how you think about the Snow Queen, but when I think about it, I think about the old stories, the Hans Christian Andersen. I used to have a huge book full of all his stories, and it started to bring back this really childlike sort of feel. And I purposely didn't go on social media to have a look at all the different ideas of Snow Queen, because I thought that's really gonna change how I feel about it. And I wanted a tree in there as well. And then as I went along, I thought, well, I don't know if it's going to be in proportion or anything, but it just ended up how it was. So I hope you like how it turned out. So the exciting fluid art part of this is her hair. I'm using iridescent gold by Pebeo, which is my favourite gold, other than the second gold that I'm adding now, which is my golden iridescent fine gold. And that's also the paint that I use to sign my signature on my paintings. So I'm mixing those two golds together, and I'm adding fluorescent yellow by Pebeo. You might have noticed that Pebeo is one of my favourite paints. And I thought I'd add this fluorescent yellow to give that extra gold yellow feeling, because I really wanted her to have golden hair. And as I went along, I just started to mix the two golds and the yellow. I thought I'm going to swipe with white, and when I swipe with it I'm actually using kitchen towel, which is dampened, and I'm using Australian Floetrol, 3 parts Australian Floetrol, 1 part Amsterdam white. So as I go along I'm doing some micro swipes of her hair, and I'm doing it in a flowing direction. And at this point I didn't know how I was going to do the crown, so it was a complete experiment. You know how it is with experiments. This is one of the reasons why I love painting. I don't know what I'm going to do until I start doing it, and that's why when I'm creating workshops for people, it's something that I've done several times. I know how to do really well, because even within that workshop that I've done 100 times myself, something new will come of it and I'll see it in a different way. So it's such an exciting journey. And if you haven't started fluid art yet, or mixed media, I hope you're enjoying your journey of beginning to be curious about it. And if you enjoy my videos, I hope that I'm helping you in some way. Feel free to reach out. This particular painting is a lovely subscriber called Jane, and she was talking about something, and I asked her to challenge me with something, with the Snow Queen, and she mentioned Crackle paste. And Jane, I've got to thank you so much. Oh my goodness, it's my new secret weapon. I absolutely love it. So exciting. You've got to make sure you get a good decent brand, and read the reviews. Mine is by Distress, and I'll show you at the end, because I was waiting for it to arrive in the post before I used it. I've been waiting to get something in January, and that was the thing. So thank you, Jane. I hope you like the outcome. I'm going to use it so much more now. It's absolute game changer. And I need to mention my wonderful friend Janice C from Just Janice C. Please check out her channel. Oh my goodness, she is so creative, one of the most creative people that I know, and every time I watch something she does I just want to go and do it myself. And that's where the Crackle paste initially came from. I saw her using it on a stencil on a t-shirt in gold, and I've wanted to use Crackle paste ever since. And there are various artists that I've seen use since, but I want to give Janice a shout out because that's where it originally came from. So you can see I'm swiping away, and I'm using my palette knife to blend the colours. This is the first time that I'm doing it in this way, because usually I micro swipe and leave it. And I'll put at the end of this video my autumn woman and my stormy tree woman. This is my winter one, and I've been challenged to do the 4 seasons, so I'll be doing my spring woman soon, and perhaps the summer one as well, because the stormy one was in there because of the storms recently. So I'm using this liner from Pebeo to give it a bit of a dark outline. What I've done beforehand is I've sketched the outline of the Snow Queen and the outline of the tree roughly. I've used my glue gun, as you've seen, to go over those lines, and I wanted them to be wispy because I don't want the tree to be too visible, because in a snowstorm or in a snow, there's a heavy snow or blizzard, it's covered and you can just see the outline of it, and I just wanted it to be really frosty and really as if you're in a bit of a blizzard, but you're watching from the warmth of your home or from a warm place. So I'm going to leave you with some lovely music for a moment. Enjoy the video, and I'll come back at various points to show you if I feel that it needs a bit of instruction there. So just before I go, I haven't done this shading before. It was the first time, but I've watched so many different people do it, and I had to give it a go. So I shall be back shortly. Enjoy the music. I've got a couple of treats coming up for you with these techniques I'm using today. I'm so excited to show you.
I know it's gonna happen. These dreams, they are for chasing. Don't stop, we got to keep racing. Oh, so come on, dare to be a dreamer. Dare to be a dreamer. Dare to be a dreamer. These dreams, they are for chasing. Don't stop, we got to keep racing. Oh, so come on, dare to be a dreamer. Dare to be a dreamer. Dare to be a dreamer. Take me down to the river where the peace won't run dry. Gather round at the river where my soul comes to life and I come alive. Freedom, freedom. satisfied. Lord, I know you will deliver like you do every time that I come alive. Freedom, freedom, freedom for my body, soul, and mind. Freedom, freedom, here at the river where I leave it all behind. At the river, leave it all behind. Back at the river, oh, yeah, leave it all behind. Oh, at the river, freedom. At the river, oh. What if I'm all that you needed? What if you're all that I want? What if our words stop the bleeding? What if my touch could heal scars? Would you throw me a lifeline? Or write your name in the moonlight? Walk side by side through the land mines, but don't let me run out of time. Waiting for a lifeline. Oh, what if there's no other answers? What if it comes down to us? What if we just took our chances? What if our time doesn't come? Would you throw me a lifeline? Or write your name in the moonlight? Walk side by side through the land mines, but don't let me run out of time. Waiting for a lifeline. Oh, lifeline. All of the others are closing their shutters and hiding away from the crowds. And all of the hunters are chasing their wonders, and I'm only lost.
So you can see I've finished shading the skin of my Snow Queen. I'm finishing off the hair and I've done the crown. Now then, one of the secrets was, you see the white outline by her crown? I wanted to do that so that you could see that glow and that sort of angelic sort of feel as she blows snow onto the tree. So she's the creator of the snow, if you like. And I'm going to use spray paint in a moment to enhance that snow coming around and from her. But at the moment I'm just using my palette knife and a brush to add some white, to give it some extra titanium white, bit of a burst of colour. When I say burst of colour, burst of white, to highlight that. And then the Crackle paste at the end will further enhance that. I usually, if I'd used it before, would have put the Crackle paste on first, but actually because it's snow and it doesn't need going over other than varnish, I put it on towards the end. So you can see now I'm using my gold yellow and my white and my gold. So this is pure gold from Deco Spray, and I'm just giving a bit of an outline. It's quite a dark gold, but I wanted a bit of depth to the colour, and then I went over it with my yellow gold, which is beautiful. It's quite nice combining those two. I need to get a light gold as well. I'd like to experiment with that. So I'm now using my white Deco Spray, which is titanium white, and I'm getting that sort of really misty feeling, and this is the main spray that I use to give it that snowy feeling. Can you see how it's building up the layers? And if I'd had my Crackle paste at this point, I would already have put that down the bottom, and I'm so glad actually that it arrived later because I used it towards the end. So I'm using my hand to direct the spray. Do you see that? So it looks like it's coming from her mouth and from her nose directly down, and then I'm just using my hand to protect the face so I don't get any snow on her face, but around her. And then I want to keep some of that grey blue background, so I'll come back shortly as I add the Crackle paste.
We came to fight. We came to take what was meant to be ours. There's no place to hide. Yeah, it's written all over the stars. Nothing will stop us against all the odds, but just like we promised, we came to.
Here it is! So excited! So I get my palette knife. It's such a small container. You know when you see something online and you think, oh, that's quite a fair amount, and you forget to check actually how much is in the pot. That's what happened this time. But it's a really good quality and the reviews are fantastic. So I'm using my palette knife to highlight areas that I would like the crackling to be, for that enhancement of the snow and to make the snow look crisp. You know, when you crunch through the snow when it's fresh and new and you make your new footprints, I wanted to sort of give it that sort of effect. I'm really enjoying spreading it on. It's hard to believe at this stage because the consistency feels like thick white titanium paint, and I'm wondering how I can make it. I'm wondering if I can make it with bicarb of soda or something, but I'm going to look that up and see if I can make my own. But as I'm spreading it on, I'm just loving how smooth it is, and I'm finding it hard to understand how it crackles. I want to understand it a bit more. I love knowing how things work. I've got a bit of a curious mind when it comes to that sort of thing. So I'm spreading it on, and I'm going to leave it to dry overnight. It says 24 hours to make it seem crackly, for the crackles to appear. So I did that. I left it overnight, but before I did that, I wanted to put a little bit of the cracking paste, or the Crackle paste, on the actual branches, and I'm using my palette knife to add it on, so it's just little bits. So at this point I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I know it's an exciting experiment. So I hope you've enjoyed my Snow Queen today. I'm going to show you the dried results now, and before I go, I want to say thank you so much for being here. If you try this, please let me know. I love you connecting with me. Thank you so much to Jane for the suggestion of the Crackle paste. Thank you so much to Janice from Just Janice. I'll put her link in my description below. And thank you so much for being here. If you try it, or if you have any questions about this piece, let me know in the comments below. And don't forget that your art is a piece of you, so it's so very precious. Take care now, and I hope to see you again soon. If you have any suggestions with me, let me know in the comments below. Take care now. Bye.
You're strong and you're brave enough.